Hello everybody, my name is Lakin, and welcome to Trash Games Tuesday, the show where I give you my first impressions on a game, and a lot of you get angry. Today we're doing Reverse 1999, which was a game that really intrigued me the first time I saw it, that being when it came out, which was a long time ago, but I've just gotten to it now. And I will say, full disclaimer, of course there's a lot I'm not going to talk about here. I've played the game for about 3 hours, that's it. We're just giving first impressions. It's always first impressions here, okay? You guys know the deal. And if you enjoy, hit that subscribe button and drop any other games you want me to try out down below. Now I will say, first of all, this game is not trash. No, it's really not, honestly. It's pretty good. I was just a little bit caught off guard. I wasn't expecting everyone to be British.
What are you doing, you bastard?
So that was certainly something. And I also wasn't expecting the most overpowered early game character to be a fucking floating apple. Now don't be mistaken, this is nothing like Genshin Impact or other gachas. This game is basically a visual novel. There's some pretty fun turn-based combat in there, but other than that, I would say the majority of it is a visual novel. And so you're thrust into the role of Vertin, who is a cute British, kind of stylish anime girl that is essentially a Time Lord from Doctor Who. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss some plot beats here because I did skip a lot of the dialogue. I'm sorry, I'm not a visual novel person. But from what I've gathered, you're assembling a squad. And I will say, first of all, the character design in this game really is immaculate. So you know how we have 3 categories, there's gameplay, monetization, and finally, style. Reverse 1999 absolutely gets max points for style in my eyes. A lot of gacha games are really saturated by this Genshin style. Me and my friends always make fun of it. But you could see it everywhere. All of the games since Genshin Impact has come out have basically had this generic 3D anime style. And it's not just Hoyoverse games, it's games by all sorts of companies. Reverse 1999 goes against the grain, does something unique. The art style here is really beautiful. It's honestly fucking breathtaking to look at. I think most of the frames in this game could be a wallpaper. So yes, if first we're talking about style, then I will say the art, the music, sound effects, everything here is great. This 100% gets a 10 out of 10 in my book. In my opinion, it is by far the strongest part of the game. We'll tackle gameplay next because this is kind of a stingy bit, and it will be for some of you. Like I said, a lot of the gameplay is reading and listening to people talking. This is very much a visual novel over a turn-based combat game. If you don't like playing a visual novel, probably not going to want to play this. And of course, me personally, I don't like visual novels either, but I do acknowledge the appeal here for people who do. And the combat was fun enough that I played more of it than I had expected to. It's just this kind of agile card system with some clever little tricks. Of course, there are elements that are more effective against certain elements. You pull random cards and you can use those abilities. You'll see the gameplay on the screen. And you can merge cards together to create more powerful versions. But of course there are some sneaky things you can do. Since moving a card uses an action, you can play a card in the middle of 2 and it'll merge. It's kind of hard to explain, but there are some ways you can get clever and some strategy here for sure. Debuffs and buff cards, all sorts of stuff like that. I can see this getting really fun and really tactical in the endgame. And now how about monetization? Because we all know monetization is the absolute worst in gacha games most of the time. Well, I can tell you, honestly, it's really not that bad here, which is really shocking. First of all, they have a battle pass, which a lot of you have told me to be kinder to the battle passes, to which I respond, no. I hate battle passes, it's always going to stay that way, and I won't stop until I've converted all of you, every single one of you in the audience right now, alright? So yes, this game has a battle pass. I sighed when I saw it, but you know what? You just gotta expect a battle pass in everything these days because that's just how it is. That's just the current economic landscape. But the rest of the stuff in this game, it's pretty good. It's pretty cheap. They're pretty generous. Like, I just found straight up that I had 2 free 6 stars that I could claim. And they were giving out one of the 6 stars in the starter pack, starter rolls, for free, straight up. You also get one for free in your first 30, which is great. So already I'm like, they're giving out 6 stars like they're hotcakes, you know. Hoyo would never do that. I think we all know that. So yeah, just my first impression, it really did seem like this game was a lot more generous with giving out characters and just loot in general than Hoyo games are. So that's pretty good news. And also all the bundles were fairly cheap. Like, I really didn't see anything that was too overpriced. But it seems like if you're free to play here, you're going to be able to get by pretty good. But of course it does have that typical gacha monetization. And yes, I'm not going to end the video without saying it is a gacha game, and I hate gacha games almost as much as I hate battle passes. Because gacha in itself as a concept is just pretty scummy. I probably don't need to tell you that. And so it definitely gets a few points off just from the premise of being a gacha game, but I would give it a few points back for how generous it seems to be to free-to-play players. But all in all, monetization, 5 out of 10. And gameplay for me, personally, 5 out of 10. The 5 of which is earned entirely from the combat. All in all though, like I said, this game definitely isn't trash, it's very well made, it looks beautiful, and I mean, I enjoyed my time. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button, recommend me some games to try down below, especially if they're free ones. And I'll see you all next time. Ciao!